It really positively impacted my mood, and it helped me relax because, like, before, turning my brain off was not easy because my brain was just always spinning its wheels and thinking, trying to figure stuff out. My mood was so much better. Sleep was so much better. Communication, relationships, all of it. I'm Jonathan Tanksley. I live in Littleton, Colorado. I'm a kinesiologist specializing in spinal rehabilitation, genetics, and nutrient repletion. My younger brother has schizophrenia, and I've been taking care of him for a couple of years, and he'd been doing the medication thing, and it just was not good. I think at his last stint in the hospital prior to finding SNiP, he was in there for about a year. When he got out, he had a big old bushy beard and, just the classic positive symptoms associated with mental illness that we see frequently. So I started trying to figure out what is going on. How can we fix this issue? On one side of the family, we had bipolar disorder. On the other side, we have Alzheimer's, we have heart disease on both sides. And so started looking there. Then I started to give him those nutrients that were associated with those conditions. We saw a really big uptick there. There was a couple of companies out there that I looked at, but I liked SNiP the most because they made the process really easy. So simple. It's just cheek swab, send it in, get your results in 3 weeks, order your formula, auto recur, done. And it treats a plethora of hard hitting SNPs that are associated with every condition you can think of, from heart disease to mental issues, anxiety, sleep issues, mood issues. I mean, just everything. And if that's a genetically driven issue, it doesn't matter how great the diet is. If you can't convert those nutrients into their active forms, you're going to have symptoms. That's what Nutrigenomics is. 6 months on his formula. Well, he was off all of his medications except for his antipsychotic. And to get that one, we had to look a little bit deeper. SNiP is phenomenal. It's an amazing foundation. In 6 months, he was able to get a job. And he's been doing that for about 6-7 months now. The changes that we've seen just from the formula is very, very profound. That's kind of how I came across it, trying to help my little brother. And then I got it from me too, because guess what? We have the same parents, meaning we have the same variation of issues. His were just a little bit more severe. I didn't even know I had anxiety until I got my formula. And then I was like, my brain is not spinning at 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's just quiet inside my head. Is this what it's supposed to be? And yeah, it turns out that's what it's supposed to be. There's not supposed to be a trillion thoughts running through your head all the time. That's something that I dealt with and a lot of people deal with. The treatments are so much more effective whenever you actually are treating the root of the issue. The simplicity of it is really wonderful because you just take your formula every day. And it's addressing so many different drivers of symptoms. They've really picked the top 22 hardest hitting, impactful genes to formulate on. And then for the rest of the practice, it's a simple little blood test. Because I know these are the genetically driven deficiencies that are going to require these dosages for the rest of this patient's life. The code allows me to say, hey, I don't even need to worry about this. This is forever. This is foundational. And then it allows me to separate and look at everything else and fix everything else, knowing that this piece over here, the genetic piece, is fully addressed. It just takes it to another level. People can really heal because their body can release and relax. If you're considering using SNiP Nutrigenomics in your practice, you just need to do it because it'll change your practice and you'll get far superior results. Patients say that it makes sense more than anything, and they're very happy that they finally found something that, number one, makes sense, but number two, they can see how it's going to create the positive changes in their life. Because all I have to do is say, hey, these nutrients are responsible for this thing. This is the thing you've been struggling with. It's because of your genes. That's why none of the things you've been doing has been working.